Oh my God, people! They were right! They were right! Start panicking! They were right! The Christians were right all along! What they've been screeching for the past 2,000 years has finally come to pass. He's here, people! Not quite sure who he is. Is it Satan or is it Jesus? I don't know. We'll find out. But the end is here, my peeps. Atheism's over, guys. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. So let's find out exactly who it is who's here, huh? All right, let's get to it. So let me share my screen. Oh man, finally, we get to see what we've all been waiting for. The grand finale, people. The grand finale. Woohoo! Here it is. Grab your popcorn. Let me make sure you can see this. Alrighty. This may be the last time you can grab your popcorn, people. Grab it while it's hot. Alrighty. Let's go.
Who is the Antichrist? Well, I believe there are three possible candidates.
Big things are happening around the world with governments and religions pushing towards a one world religion. We knew this would happen.
Wait a minute. So you think you don't know who the Antichrist is? Dude, you said he's here. Who are you talking about? If you're not talking about Satan and you're not talking about Jesus and you're not talking about the Antichrist, who the fuck are you talking about? Because if the Antichrist is any one of three people, then I don't get it. You get me excited. You get me hot under the collar. You get me to make a live stream about this shit, and you got nothing for me? Like, what the fuck, dude? This is like clickbait. I can't really complain all that much about clickbait. Anyway, since we've already got it rolling, I knew this was going to happen, people. Since we've already got it rolling, let's keep it going. You know how I knew this was going to happen? I knew it was going to happen because it always happens. They don't have a clue. They do not have a clue. But still, enjoy your popcorn, because popcorn is enjoyable, no matter whether it's the end or not. All right, let's keep going.
Prophesied it will happen.
If the Antichrist is among us today, which I believe you will soon likely see is the case, there is a great chance that he may already be above the false messianic age. He may have been here already for decades. But if you look at his DNA, there's a chance that it will match a dark figure from the past.
Oh my fucking God. What is this guy talking about? Sorry, I misspoke there. Ugh. He's got me so fucked up in the head right now. What is this guy talking about? All right. An antichrist, not the antichrist, okay? There's more than one antichrist. Even if you're going by the Bible, there's more than one antichrist. People, do yourselves a favor and read your own fucking book so you don't look like fucking morons. Okay? Even by your own fucking book, there's more than one antichrist.
Anyone who opposes the gospel is an antichrist. And so there are many antichrists. But then the Bible talks about this one particular individual that he's going to rise and he's going to dominate. And that's not just one or two passages. That's throughout the scripture, Old and New Testament.
When the church is full, in the last
The music's on there, and people, I can't do anything about the music, so, you know, it's annoying as hell. I know. And second of all, it's drowning out their words. But I can't help that. It's on their end. I am glad that somebody at least acknowledged the fact that there are many antichrists. But no, there is not just one antichrist at the end. Jesus fucking Christ. He just said there were many antichrists, but there is one antichrist at the end. Do they even listen to themselves? That's what I want to know. Do they even listen to themselves?
elect person believes, the rapture is triggered. We won't know who that person is, but all the redeemed.
The rapture is unbiblical. Can't find it anywhere in the Bible. They read it in, just like they read every other pet theory in, but it's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. Look for it all you want. It's not in there. You can read it in. Oh, sure, you can read it in. You can read a lot of things in, but that doesn't mean it's there.
Will be removed.
Folks, there is a final battle approaching. It is real. It is more real than any battle that you've ever witnessed.
Countless Christians today are fascinated by the book of Revelation and what it teaches about end times, and there are countless theories about whether end times prophecies are being fulfilled today.
I was asking.
No. No, they aren't, because end times prophecies are nothing of the sort. They're not end times, and they're not prophecies. They're vague bullshit. You know, like, oh, wars and rumors of wars. Well, there have been wars and rumors of wars ever since humans have been on the face of the earth. That's not anything special. Well, there's earthquakes. There's always been earthquakes. Since Earth was around to have earthquakes, there have been earthquakes. There will be hunger. Well, there's always been hunger. What about this is special?
asking God through prayer, seeking a good news source. I believe he showed me the epic times.
Let's take a look at some of these theories, and then we'll conclude with some final thoughts. So make sure you stick around until the end to hear them. There are two very interesting things happening right now related to the Euphrates River. Revelations
I'm sorry, guys. This is one of my pet peeves. It's the revelation, not revelations. Look it up, people. The revelation of St. John the Divine. That's the King James Version. But it is the revelation. It is not revelations. Why don't you people even get your own fucking book right? Yeah, I know I'm being a bitch, but can you really blame me for being a bitch? They really can't even get their own fucking book right. So yeah, I'm kind of bitchy about it. Because this is the kind of shit I fell for when I was a Christian. So I'm going to bitch all I want. All right, keep going.
16:12 says, "The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east." Well, guess what's been happening with the Euphrates River recently? That's right, it's been drying up.
This is the Euphrates River.
Yeah. So, I'm sure that's happened many times in the past. Just because it hasn't happened in recent memory doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Like, duh. And other rivers have dried up too. So you can't count that. All right, let's keep going.
In 2020. And this is the Euphrates River now.
And Revelation 9:14 says that a voice said to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, "Release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." Now listen to these inexplicable sounds that have been heard coming out of the ground at the Euphrates River.
I know you play fast and loose with Bible interpretation, but that doesn't sound like it's coming from the Euphrates. I mean, it really doesn't. Sounds like it's coming from somewhere near the Euphrates, and you're just stretching it to make it seem like it's coming from the Euphrates. You got to do better than this, dude. You got to do better than this.
Could these be signs that the prophecies in Revelation are being fulfilled today, right before?
No, absolutely not. Why would you think that? Why the fuck would you think that? You know what I hear when I hear that? First thing my mind goes to, animal sounds. That's the first thing my mind goes to. They're animal sounds. I mean, hell, Some ox probably got stuck in the mud somewhere. But yet you're saying they're angels? What? Dude. Come on, you gotta do better than this.
For our very eyes, there has been a lot of talk recently about someone referred to as the Yanuka Rav Shalomo Yehuda, who some are subtly suggesting may be the false prophet or even Antichrist.
There are currently
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name he just pronounced. I think it was Yehuda something, but I'm not sure. My apologies if I got that wrong. Him, they say might be the Antichrist. Yeah, and they said Nero was the Antichrist, and they said Caligula was the Antichrist, and they said, I don't know, Charlemagne was the Antichrist, probably. Yeah, E8 was the Antichrist. Pretty much anybody you don't like can be the Antichrist. Yeah, dude, we get it. We get it. Shut up already.
intriguing characters rising in the public eye of people who may fulfill the Bible prophecies of the Antichrist and false prophet. The Yanuka Rav Shlomo rising to prominence in Israel is gaining popularity in a way that these false messianic figures will when their time comes.
Yanuka refers to a child prodigy, and this rabbi memorized the entire Torah at a very young age and is an extremely gifted musician.
Define a very young age, because there are Muslim boys who memorize the entire Quran by the time they're 8, I think. I believe that's the age. And they get a special name. And I'm not sure what that name is off the top of my head. But this is not a prodigy. There are people who read entire books in an hour and can recall every single word of that book. This is not surprising. This happens. And playing musical instruments, again, not surprising. Mozart played concert piano when he was 5 years old. He was in the palaces of kings when he was 5 years old. This is nothing new.
There is a reverence for Rav among the Jewish people that is extremely unique among rabbis.
He has prominent rabbis following him. You can see people just mobbed around him and kissing his hands and proclaiming miracles from this man. And you can see them crowded around. All of these people here are there to see him.
Are you American? Is your roof in need of an upgrade? The nationwide roof repair and replacement website makes it.
Rav is also credited with performing miracles.
Credited with performing miracles? Oh, you mean like Benny Hinn, Pat Robertson, any of the Catholic saints? You mean like that?
He's even credited with performing miracles, and we know that the false prophet will have satanic signs and wonders following after him when he's on the world stage.
Could this rabbi named Rav be an end times figure? Another popular candidate for the Antichrist is Elon Musk, for numerous reasons. First, Musk
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Elon Musk. Don't even get me started on that dude. But we'll see what this dude has to say about that dude. One douchebag putting out another douchebag. All right, let's listen to the douchebags duke it out.
is the richest in the world, so he has enormous power and influence.
Elon Musk is the richest man to ever live. And many people have asked, is Elon Musk the Antichrist?
Second, some connect Musk's neural link technology with the mark of the beast.
Here you can see Sake, who's one of the other monkeys, typing on a keyboard. But now he's
Why would that be the mark of the beast? As far as I know, Neuralink doesn't need any implantations. And the mark of the beast is specifically a mark that is set in the forehead, okay? And how would John the Divine even know about something like that? And don't give me this shit about, well, it was miraculous. Especially if he couldn't see it. You know, especially if it was like an implant and John the Divine couldn't see it. Are you fucking kidding me? Tell me you have something better.
This is telepathic typing. So to be clear, this is he's not actually using a keyboard. He's moving the cursor with his mind to the highlighted key.
And it goes back to Revelation 13 and the mark of the beast placed on the forehead. Is there anyone who has the company, the money, the research, the vision to execute this technology? People are looking around and they say, Elon.
And third, with Musk's purchase of Twitter, Musk now essentially controls.
Yeah, I don't care about that either. By the way, that's why I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm not supporting hate. I'm not telling you guys what to do. But until Elon gets is scrapped from Twitter, I'm not getting back on it. All right, let's go.
The world's town square.
Elon Musk. Also, we've seen Elon, he's purchased Twitter. He's trying to promote more free speech, although he is not making.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That's misinformation if ever I've heard it. Get the fuck out of here.
Making it totally free. Have you seen with Kanye West and other such people? But he calls Twitter a hive mind. And in a way, he's being able to control the most popular, the most usable group chat there is on planet Earth.
However, even with all these compelling reasons, Marshall says it's highly unlikely that Musk is, in fact, the Antichrist.
I think at this point, it's safe to say that Elon Musk is most likely not the Antichrist. Yes, you heard me correctly, even though I made some good points for.
Well, gee, yeah. I would agree he's most likely not the Antichrist. You know why? Because there is no Antichrist. You fucking idiots.
for him being Antichrist. He's not the Antichrist. And why is that? Well, if you read the prophet Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and then you read the book of Revelation, and you read what St. Paul says about the man of sin, you realize that the Antichrist is going to be chiefly political and religious. And so far, we haven't seen Elon Musk hold political office or assume political power. He hasn't run for president or become president or crowned himself king. He hasn't taken up any religious message.
Revelation 13 says that all who dwell on earth will worship the beast. And some Christians see signs of a one-world religion being established by leading religious figures such as Pope Francis. One particularly interesting event has been the Abraham Accords Summit.
But first, I wanted to talk about the Abraham Accords Global Leadership Summit that just took place in Rome, of course, of all places. And again, it's more of this uniting of the religions, the Abrahamic religions, as well as all religions and all governments in this unity of peace that the Bible tells us will ultimately be ran by the Antichrist and it will just be a one world control system, because we're seeing this being set up right now as we speak. So we're seeing this on a governmental level with the Abrahamic Accords Summit that just took place again in Rome.
No. There's never been a one world religion, and there never will be a one world religion. People can't even get their shit together on what books should be in their holy book, let alone anything else. You really think people are going to be able to get their shit together on a one world religion? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that should be the tagline for my channel. Hashtag, are you fucking kidding me?
Which I think is a high likelihood that they are Mystery Babylon. But we're also seeing what's happening in Abu Dhabi with the Abrahamic family religions coming together at the Abrahamic Family House Center, which is almost complete.
And you see this Antichrist going into the holy place, putting up an idol of himself to establish one world religion, calling the whole world to worship him. You know that the coming of Christ is near.
There's also been a lot of talk recently about a new set of 10 commandments being created and revealed on Mount Sinai. First, watch this ceremony of Yosef Abramovich, an Israeli-American environmentalist, smashing these tablets of a representation of the 10 commandments.
We take these green commandments, we look down to Sharm el-Sheikh, and we're not satisfied.
So I gotta ask you, and please leave it in the comments, because I'm really asking, where do these nutter butters get all of this shit from? I know from the internet, but I mean, where? Where? Is this like some crazy conspiracy shit? Or what? Like, is it the dark web? Where are they getting this from?
The new 10 commandments that were created were about climate change, which is an extremely strong candidate for the new world religion. Listen to these chilling words from Klaus Schwab about
No. Oh my God, no. Oh my fucking God. You think that climate change is the new world religion? No, no, no. Climate change is a fact, you moron. It's a fact. It's not a religion. It's not a belief. It's a fact. And if you think otherwise, you've got something wrong upstairs. Get it out of your mind that climate change is a religion, because it's not. Okay? Good. Glad we got that cleared up.
the Great Reset.
I just see the need for such a dialogue, and I see the need for action. I see the need for a Great Reset.
And here's a list of the new 10 commandments they created.
And these, the 10 principles for climate repentance, as cited by the
I don't care. Moving on.
organizers are 1, we are stewards of this world, 2, creation it, 8, repent and return, 9, every act.
There's a Reddit thread about Mr. Beast being the Antichrist. This YouTuber seems to be a humble fellow, yet inside he is a ravenous wolf. This guy will be a billionaire in the next 2 years. His stunts will start to get bigger and more expensive. He will make fire come down from heaven with some technology. And people will wonder after the beast. He is not the beast from the sea. He is the beast from the land. He will be vice president of the USA in 2030. People will love him because he helps homeless.
Cut him off in the middle of a sentence there, but does it really matter with this dude? People love him because he helps homeless people, I think is what he was about to say. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, people love people who do good deeds. That's just, I mean, is there something wrong with doing good deeds? I thought Christianity was all about doing good deeds. Apparently not to you. Apparently you would rather let other people to themselves, you know, and to hell with them. Long as you got your needs met, who cares, right? I mean, that seems to be your attitude. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm getting from you right now. Those are the vibes I'm getting from you. Yeah, as long as I'm getting my needs met, who cares? Everybody else can fuck off. Real charitable there, dude.
People, which is a red herring that distracts people from who he really is. Even his name, Mr. Beast, he looks like a lamb, gentle and humble. He is like Jesus Christ. Mark my words. To be honest, this theory makes me laugh. What do you think? Many, perhaps most, Christians believe in an end times event called the rapture.
We call it the rapture, and that's because of verse 17. The verb
Again, nowhere to be found in the Bible. Read it. I don't just mean the word, I mean the idea. It's something they inserted in there because it's nice and fluffy and all that other shit. So yeah, it's not in there. Sorry, dude.
verb caught up, arpadzo. It means to snatch up, to seize and carry off by force. It is the sudden swoop of an irresistible force that pulls you away. So it is a violent snatching away. The term rapture is simply
Sounds like a tornado to me. Or hurricane. You know.
a word to describe this snatching away. And that is exactly what verse 17 is saying. There will be a time when believers are snatched up by a sudden, divine, irresistible force.
Nope. Try again.
That's what this text is about. It is about that event. Now let me let you know, this is not when Christ comes back to earth. This is not that event when he comes and his feet touch the Mount of Olives and he turns the desert into a garden and he destroys the nations and he establishes millennial reign. This is not that. This is not Christ coming to earth, because it clearly says he comes and meets them in the air. We know this is also not judgment because there's no judgment here. There's no judgment in this event. Well, whatever this event is, it is strictly a snatching away of believers into the air.
You know, I really get tired of saying this, but you people really need to read your own fucking book. How is it that atheists know your fucking book better than you do? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's because they're atheists. That's because they've read the book. The people who've read the book who aren't atheists are either really, really gullible or they're the ones taking your money and taking you for all you're worth.
To meet the Lord.
What do you think? Do you think there will be a rapture? Some Christians believe the book of Revelation is not meant for Christians to try and match up current events with the sequence of events in Revelation, but rather, the focus should be on its relevance to Christians in every age, not primarily to Christians living in the age right before Jesus' second coming.
Then there is the idealist approach, which interprets Revelation as a book of principles that contrast the victorious Christ and his people with the defeated Satan and his underlings. The apocalypse is not a history of events that have occurred in the past or prophecy of events that will happen in the future necessarily. It is a book that fills God's people with comfort and motivation to endure to the end. Idealist.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what the revelation of St. John the Divine is. The Christians were under persecution. It's a coded message. It's not about end times. Hey, Jill, what's up? No, it's not, Jill. You need to read it again. You need to read it again, bud. You've been lied to. All right, where was I? All right. Sorry, Jill. You can go ahead and talk to me. I just got to figure out where I was.
Stress the principles in the book, rather, so that its message is applicable to Christians of all generations.
What do you
Okay, he was talking about, it's not talking about the end times, the book of Revelation, that is. Well, I mean, not really. Every generation of Christians since the first generation of Christians have thought this is the end times. That's just how it is, folks. That's just how it is. And from now until Christianity stops being a religion, it's going to be how it is. We're just going to have to put up with it. So, I mean, technically, yeah, John was, or whoever wrote Revelation of St. John the Divine, was comforting the people of that era to strive to go ahead to make it till the end, because this, wasn't going to be the end for them. There's something more glorious ahead. That was the point of the revelation of St. John the Divine. But again, he thought he was living in the last days. Every fucking Christian of every fucking generation has thought that since the religion began, and they're going to think that until the religion ends. That's just how it is, like I said. So, you know, I don't know what else to tell these people.
You think? Do you think a lot of Christians are missing the main point of the book of Revelation? Some Christians believe that many of the prophecies that people think will occur in the future have actually already occurred and been fulfilled in the past.
I would say the Olivet Discourse is not, in terms of the Great Tribulation promise.
Since we got Jill in here, let's ask him. What do you think, Jill? What do you think? Do you think it's about the past, or do you think it's about the future? And while you're typing, let's listen to the rest of this.
In our future, it was pertaining to them. Again, Jesus said it to them. He wraps up that discourse about the Great Tribulation saying, all these things will be upon this generation, the near demonstrative, that generation. That's how they obviously saw it and interpreted it. You can see that throughout church history. But that's essentially preterism, past in fulfillment. We still have many promises. This is important. We still have many, many, many promises that are both present and future to us. We're still waiting for that climax. There's still much more to do and to come. But in relation to those, like the Olivet Discourse, the Great Tribulation, that's past. It's not a futurist perspective. In other words, it's coming maybe any day now or in the future. It's past in fulfillment. And so that's essentially preterism, the preterist perspective. And there's giants of the faith in Christian history that are preterists. Many giants of the faith who are preterists in their understanding of some of these passages.
What do you think? Do you think some of the things Christians think will happen in the future have already been fulfilled in the past?
I think it's all bunk, but I'm an atheist, so what do I know? But I used to be a Christian. I used to be a Christian. And no, Jill, don't give me that shit about you never were a real Christian. Don't give me that shit. At any rate, I found this new channel and I was like, well, you know, let's take a look at it. And I thought it was pretty funny. That's why I did my intro at the beginning. You know, I was being sarcastic just in case anybody thought I was being serious. I was being sarcastic in that opening. You know, if you didn't hear it in my voice, you know, I try to make it very clear when I'm being sarcastic. So, yeah, but I was being sarcastic. Atheism's not over, guys. Just in case that's not clear. Atheism's not over. So, anyway, and we're gonna block you. Stop sharing. And go to my channel. go to my channel. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so just had to block that username. So anyway, please like, comment. Jill, I'd love to hear your comments. Not about the rapture. I already know your take on that, but what do you think about what they said in this presentation? You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, go ahead and thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't give a shit. My debunk is up for everyone, so go check that out. And I will see you, I don't know, whenever I see you. I was up, so I decided to do a live stream. So, yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to go try to get some rest. See you guys later. Bye.